What's up, everybody? Aigey here, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new mages in the recent patch. I know some of you are super excited about this. Some of you could care less, but as for me, being a Zyra main, I most definitely wanted to comment on this particular update. I'm pretty excited about a lot of things, but to see my champion getting buffed like this is pretty absurd. A lot of people say no, it's a huge nerf, but after seeing the potential that my favorite champion, Zyra, can do with these changes in League of Legends, I am more than excited to say that these update changes for the mages that particularly I like to play, which I can't say enough, it's great. But another thing, some of you have noticed that I've been doing other videos, which is just fine. I'm trying to do daily videos, which others of you have also noticed, and I very much enjoy doing commentary, so please expect more of these. Some of you thought that from my last video that I posted yesterday, oh, you're gonna quit playing League of Legends. No, that's not the case. I still love the game. I just noticed that there's a change in pace, and during this change in pace, there's gonna be another change that comes along later, and of course I may like it a lot, or I may not like it as much. But with all things considered, I definitely want to reflect on one of my favorite champions that I'm going to be dealing with this particular patch, which is Zyra. Oh man, do I feel like she's overpowered now. Like before, I just thought she was fairly decent. I thought she was really good. I just felt that she was underplayed. Now with the changes to her and the way that her Q works, the way that her range indicators are on all of her spells, and the way that she just passively drops plants, so you can have so much more damage out now. It feels absurd. And I built her really strangely in this particular game just because I went up against another Zyra, which is something I, for this particular patch, would expect, simply because there's more people actually playing the champion as opposed to what it used to be. And I'm not saying that's a particularly bad thing, but for me personally, I don't like it, because I'm one of those players that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play one of my mains because no one else is gonna play him. Now everybody is gonna main the people that I like to play. In my opinion, in my theory, it is not actual fact. Calm down, lower those pitchforks, relax. It's just how I feel about the current state in League of Legends. I don't necessarily feel that it's going to be what everyone's gonna do. No, that's impossible. But for me personally, as a Zyra main, I get very defensive when I see other people play my champion. Of course, I'm probably going to be changing how I level specific things on her kit, because it used to be with the increased cooldown reduction you get from leveling her W, I would always take her W second after leveling her E for the CC, because keeping someone in place while doing constant damage I felt was a lot stronger than just trying to get in a few pokes on a particular dot mage. Some may argue that, oh, Zyra's really bursty, she go for a very burst build on her, which is very true. You can do that, but with the different ways that you can play the champion, in particular with leveling her skills, also depends on the kind of playstyle that you want to go to. For example, if you're going mid, sure, taking Q first, leveling Q first, great. For me personally, taking E first, because I play a lot of support, is definitely the route that I want to go down. So I very much like that constant CC, that longer CC for this particular champion. And some of you may disagree with me, which is completely fine. I'm not saying that my opinion is correct. It's just my playstyle. It's my preference, which I want to strive for people to do in any champion they play, not just Zyra. Just level up stuff based on preference. Granted, there are stuff that has been documented just significantly better than what other people try to pass off as good on a particular champion, which is more than fine. It's not always going to work out for everyone how you want to, but for the maximum efficiency and effectiveness, I felt for me personally, leveling first while playing support Zyra is one of the best things that you could have done for her, in my own opinion. I cannot say that enough. I feel that in my personal opinion for that is something that I definitely want to tack on, because I don't want you guys to immediately feel like I'm forcing you to play Zyra a specific way. I mean, granted, I don't feel like leveling W first on Zyra is pretty effective. I may suggest try leveling her Q or her E first on Zyra. Would probably be a little bit more effective, at least for level 1. You know, vision's nice with planting a plant down level 1. I can understand the theory in that, but I very personally don't think you should do that. In other words, just don't do that around me. I'll get very triggered. I'll be so upset. Anyway, I digress. Going on from that, I would very much like to make mention that I feel like the mages are going to be very strong. I've only had a chance to really play Zyra since the update, but I very much want to make mention that I feel brand is going to be absurd. I just feel that. I feel we're going to see a lot more Syndra players. Anivia is fun from what people have told me in comments and other videos, what people have said with the peers players that I like to play with in the game altogether. I feel that Anivia might be pretty alright. But with the changes with that new rocket belt, I'm very interested to see more Blitz players coming into the scene again. As much as I love Blitz not being in my games, I think I'm going to be seeing him a lot more and a lot more. Maybe Scion because of the belt changes. I'm not particularly sure on that. Actually, let me scratch Scion off the list. I don't think Scion might be there simply because it's just an AP item. I guess if you want to break the meta, if you want to go AP Scion, if you want to build that particular item on him, sure, go for it. But let me retract that earlier statement and just say I don't think he's actually going to be showing up as much as I may think. Aside from that, I think I'm going to play more Brand. I want to give Brand a try with the new changes. I actually want to try Blitzcrank out with this new rocket belt. That thing looks super cool. The Hextet belt that came out is awesome, and the changes to all the mage items have me very interested as well, since that it's less about building mana, it's more about building cooldown reduction. It seems like all of the items have changed from just pure damage to more cooldown, like your Zanya's now gives cooldown, your Abyssal Scepter gives cooldown. All of these items are giving cooldown now when they didn't used to do so, and I think that's very interesting. So I want to mess around with that and get some more experience with those particular items, and I'm excited for a lot of things. I'm excited for the changes to the mages in League of Legends. I'm excited to see what Riot has in store. I really want to see what's going to happen to League of Legends as a whole based on these changes, and I'm going to be trying out different things, and I'll probably make some more videos, and I think actually making the How Not To series, which don't worry, I'm still going to be doing that as well for those of you that enjoy games with friends sort of videos. I think that it's going to be more enjoyable for me to play some of the mages that I wanted to try out bot lane now that these new changes have come around. So it makes it a lot better for me to make these sort of videos, to make them a lot more fun, since that I can try crazier things now with the changes that they have coming out. I'm actually very interested to see the mana changes on Janna. Maybe we can start doing Janna mid again. Cross fingers and pray. I really want to play Janna mid again. Like, the only problem was like I couldn't keep the mana up long enough to just keep shoving the lane. But with the changes, I really am curious about a build like that. Anyway, moving on. Let me know in a comment below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about the mage changes. Are you guys just in love with the changes? I know some of you may be Anivia players, some of you may be Brand players, Syndra players, some of you may be Annie players. I just really want to hear what you guys have to say about these changes. Even Cassiopeia players. I heard that Cassiopeia is going to be absurd without having to build boot items anymore, which sounds great. Sounds cool. I'm very curious to see it. But again, let me know in a comment below what you guys think about the mage changes. Let me know if you'd like to see me play any particular champion, any sort of deal, or if you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit up my Discord and my Ask Me Anything section, where I will answer questions that you guys give me, which I'll answer one of those now. Tedum says, what game do you like to play when your life is just too stressful? Don't say League, because we know that ain't true. When my life is too stressful, I'd like to say I really like to just bring it all back and go into CSGO. Not necessarily play a match of CSGO, but go into CSGO and go surfing. I've found that surfing in CSGO and just listening to some chill music, I like to listen to a lot of chill music, which if you're in my Discord, you'll be able to see the kind of music that I listen to on my Aigey's music section. But I like to just jam out to music and just surf. It's fun. It's so fun. Is bleach your favorite drink after a league game? No, I don't drink bleach at all. I think my favorite drink after a league match is probably some MLG Mountain Dew. You know, get that sick Mountain Dew going on. Gets the blood flowing and the diabetes rolling. You know, that whole deal. But alright everybody, that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope maybe you learned something, if at anything, which you probably won't from someone like me. If anything, you'll just hear a bunch of opinions that may be biased or unbiased, however you want to take it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that this gave you some insight on the new champions coming out. And of course, if you want to ask me questions, any sort of question, feel free to add my Discord, which I'll put a link in the description below. If you like the video, go ahead and give it that, smash that up like. I hate saying that, it's so cringy, but please, it helps me out. Aside from that, thank you guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever it is I decide to do. Love you guys. Peace.
Aigey.